Welcome to the GainzCast. We are back. I am Marc Lobliner alongside
Matt Marano.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I've been traveling a lot, man. I've been in California with the Ambrosia Collective, doing stuff with Mike and Sean. A lot of things have happened. I've been waiting for the end of the world. I've been watching stocks get bought up by people on fucking Reddit, and the world gone crazy. Like you got hedge funds, you got Janet Yellen, that old bitch they just hired in the White House as Treasury Secretary, fucking threatening people, and it's gone absolutely nuts. And so we have a lot to cover, but we're just going to start with something within our industry, and that is I'd like to give all the best to Bostin Lloyd. You guys know who Bostin Lloyd is, right? You know who Bostin Lloyd is?
Back in the day from YouTube, he was one of those guys that didn't he seem to have like beef with everyone at one point or another?
Well, what he did is, I'm friends with Bostin, just for the record. Like, I'm friends with a lot of people who people wouldn't expect. Bostin's a YOLO drug guy. Like, we went to... my favorite Bostin story. We were in Tampa for business. And my whole family was there.
Okay.
And so we went, I'm like, why don't we go to dinner? And Bostin and I went to dinner with him and his beautiful wife. And, you know, she was pregnant at the time. And my kids are there. And that time they were younger. And so we walk up and here's this large, he's a tall guy. Like he's like 6 feet tall. He's not a small guy whatsoever. Very large individual. And he's wearing a shirt that says, "Fuck it, I'm doing Tren." And then so we sat and we're eating dinner, having a good conversation, and it was great. And Bostin starts telling my family telling me, my family there, about the time he had an injection, like infection in his tricep, and how he was putting the needle in and sucking the pus out. And I'm like, this went really well. And the look on Cammie's face was like, it was so good. But Bostin has stage 5 kidney failure from taking some experimental SARM. And I talked to him about it. And he went public about it because he wants to make sure that nobody else takes these SARMs that he took, which I think is very responsible and very grown up of him. So to speak, I didn't mean to diss him by saying grown up, but that's like a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's trying to fix it through, glutathione and other different peptides.
I mean, once a kidney dies, doesn't it just die like it's gone?
From what I understand, from my knowledge and just shit I took in college for some of my stuff when I was a kinesiology major, right? Stage 5, you're fucked. You're either on dialysis or you get a transplant. But he thinks he's at, I think he said 15% function, which isn't good. And he's on dialysis that he can get better. Okay. I don't know if he can, but I hope he can. But anyway, but it's not from steroid use. It's not from like Tren. It's not from test. It's from this experimental SARM. And I read up on it, and the side effects it's all just animal testing. And all the animal tests showed that they all had kidney failure. So it wasn't a good thing to take. But, Bostin, that's what he does. He takes shit and then he tells people about it.
Yeah, I mean, and my stance on SARMs has been the same for a long time.
The more is better?
Yeah, more is better. All the SARMs. No, like stay away.
Oh, the SARMs.
Stay away from
I want every SARM.
The finest SARMs.
Finest SARMs. I want that shit to be literally made in someone's bathtub. I want a fucking, not even a bathtub, one of those fucking metal ice baths.
I want it to look like that warehouse from Deadpool. Where Deadpool gets his powers. Yeah, where they kind of just like lock him in that chamber.
I've actually seen industry people with warehouses that look like that. I've been in this industry too fucking long, guys. I've testified in front of grand juries. I put someone behind bars. Fucking crazy shit. Like I knew someone back in the day, and I just did a podcast about this with someone else the other day, but it was crazy. Like I had to be called in front of the grand jury in 2005 because a company called Pharmagenics, and the guy's name was Brian Rubach. He actually put clenbuterol in his product called Ventolin. And I didn't know at the time, like, he's like, yeah, and he was showing me his ingredients, like all this shit. Like he had a factory, a little warehouse, and he mixed shit. And I'm like, whatever, I've seen worse. And he's like, and this is our clenbuterol. And I'm like, what the fuck? Buddy loves fat loss potion or some shit like that. And it said,
loves fat loss
it literally said on there, Buddy loves fat. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? He goes, clenbuterol. I thought he was fucking around until the feds called me and they're like, you got to testify or else we're going to subpoena you. I'm like, what do I get out of this? They're like, well, nothing. And I'm like, no. I need to get something. She's like, well, I'm like, I own a company. That was when I started Civation. I'm like, well, if I fuck up, can you guys give me a heads up before you take me down? She's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, also, and so they give me the thing. So I'm like, I don't need to fly. I just want to drive. I lived in LA, so I was driving to San Diego. It was like 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
but I need y'all to like, and they're like, cool, we'll put you up in this great hotel. Really nice hotel right by the court. It was like one of those fancy fucking hotels. And we'll give you a $15 per diem food. And I'm like, bitch, you look at me. I'm bigger than that. I eat more than that for breakfast. I'm like, how about this? I'm not going to like invite the homies. It's too far. Just give me unlimited per diem. Like, I want to eat. She's like, fine, we'll let you eat. So I was like, so I got gas covered and I ate like a fucking king for 2 days. It was amazing. But yeah, so I testified in front of the grand jury. And this, so they were grand jury. If you've been in front of them, it's a bunch of old people. They're professional jurors. It's not your peers. It's a bunch of old people who have nothing better to fucking do but to serve on a grand jury. So for an hour I sat there and they asked about my mom's drug problems. They asked about my drug use. They asked about this. They asked about that. They asked about that. Finally, after an hour of getting grilled to assume my character, I didn't know, like, I'm 40 now. I'm a man. I'm 40. And I didn't know what the fuck this was. Like, I went in there like, oh, they're just gonna ask me what happened. I'll answer it. No, they spent an hour just trying to destroy my character to make sure that I'm a good witness, which is what they fucking do. And finally, after an hour, I said, fuck it. I plead the fifth. For what? You're not under trial. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm like, look, dude, I like Brian. I've been to his house for fucking barbecue. He's a good guy. He made a bad mistake. I don't want him to go to jail, but that's what I fucking saw. And if you don't want to believe me, I don't want him to go to fucking prison. And that turns out to be, I found out later, what put him behind bars is the fact that they believed me. I was the greatest character witness ever. I inadvertently fucking ratted on a guy, but he deserved it. He was poisoning people.
Yeah, I mean,
even though I liked him.
Glenn and
yeah, I mean, shit. My wife took it. At that time, we were natural. I mean, both of us. Like, Katie takes a ton of Tren, so much Tren, all the finest Tren, and she. I mean, so I was fucking kind of mad because like my wife was no longer a fucking natty. I'm like, this drug taking bitch. I'm like, you fucking. I'm like, dude, her clit's gonna be the size of this fucking mug right here. And I was kind of excited about it, but it never happened. So where the fuck do we? I'm so sorry, man. That's the good thing about podcasts is we don't. But yeah, so there's my story with drugs. How the fuck did we get there? But yeah,
Bostin Lloyd.
God damn it, Bostin. so yeah, all the best to Bostin, man. Bostin's a good dude. You know, those of you see his online persona, it's just that. It's hyperbole of his personality. If you've ever sat down with Bostin, had a conversation, you know, he's one of the kindest guys you'll ever meet. So don't always let online dictate how you feel about someone, because a lot of people, to get the views, to get what you need to get, and I'm not going to lie, like, I don't really do it because I am that boring dad you see online, but like, it's all fucking front. Like, not saying he's faking it. It's just hyperbole. It's hyperbole. He loves drugs though. He ain't lying about that. That motherfucker takes a lot of drugs. He injects everything. Like, God bless his heart.
And his kidneys.
Yeah, God. I mean, if he has any left, I mean, shit.
I don't know.
I just get someone else's kidneys.
I mean, the thing with that is he's so young, and the circumstances around it, he's not going to get put on a donor list if he needs a kidney. So he's either like,
especially in the last podcast when he said he was with Dave Palumbo.
Yeah.
And someone sent this clip to me. He's like, so if this gets better, well, he's like, yeah, I'm doing a cycle right now. Fuck.
Yeah. No, that doesn't bode well. So he's either going to have to personally find someone willing to donate one of their kidneys to him, or he's going to be on dialysis for the rest of his life.
God damn. I don't know, man. Who knows? Maybe through some natural remedies, he can. I've seen weirder shit happen. I've seen people beat like stage whatever cancer. Yeah. I've seen some miracles happen, and hopefully, you know.
I mean, I hope so.
Well, you know, if God wants to be sparing of this man, he's a good dude. You know, he's young. He has a family. You know, I hope everything goes well for him. I don't wish Will. Well, I do wish ill on a lot of people, but not him. Not him. I'm not going to lie.
On the list.
He's not on the list. Remember what was that? Was that Billy Madison, where the guy? I'm glad I made up with that guy. He had the lipstick put on and shit. Oh man, good. He also played Crazy Eyes in that other movie. Oh fuck. So good.
Yeah.
So I'm a Sandler fan just because he's Jewish.
Yeah. Oh, that's Steve Buscemi then.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes, he's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best creepy guy in movies ever.
So creepy. He just looks creepy. He does. He's a great actor, but he looks creepy.
That's why he is so good at what he does, though. He's fucking made ugly good.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's fucking great. But what we were talking about earlier is this thing where they're literally, like, check it out. They're literally buying up stocks. Like, so basically they have this Reddit forum. Now, Reddit, if you're not familiar, it's like a forum. It's like an old school message board, but much greater scale. And it's still popping, right? So they had this Wall Street what's his name? Wall Street something guy. And he goes in and said, look, here's how it works. So basically you're basically loaning a stock, and then you just dump it or something. And it ends up, basically you buy a shit ton of it. Stock price goes through the roof, right? And then you short hold it or something. You know more about this?
Short holding. Not too much. I know it's going crazy right now, and stocks that should not be through the roof are through the roof. Or
I don't know, man. GameStop, AMC. I saw Tootsie Roll is fucking blown up right now. Tootsie Roll.
There's no reason for GameStop, a company that should be out of business based on the way video games are going, where it's more digital downloads versus actual physical hard copies now.
Yeah.
And their pivot move wasn't good to try to stay in business. It kept them on life support, but they're still not thriving, or they weren't before that. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Tootsie Roll, obviously, like one of the worst candies ever invented. It's like one of those things your grandma has. Just but kind of,
it's like a weird chocolate experience.
Yeah,
it's just weird. But what I'm really fascinated
like a chocolate
with
Starburst
is that we show, and you show that the people really do have the power. Keep in mind, the U.S. military, people say, well, if there was ever a civil war in the military, there's like 200,000 people in the military. Okay, there's 350 million people even if 2 million people got together, it would be a fucking problem. Now, here's another thing to look at. That's a whole different tangent. Here's another thing to look at, man. 3 million people are doing this. 3 million. I heard 3 million people are fucking doing this. 3 million people, bro.
They're just using an app, aren't they? They're just
using Robinhood. Robinhood cut them off. And then the other one cut them off. Iron Sheik, our favorite tweeter, came in and he's going hard. I saw Elon Musk is in. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. He's against the establishment. That's a problem. Then you have fucking Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports. He's going in. Kai Green's going in. Look at what I just fucking mentioned. Look at this group of people. You have random fucking bros on fucking Twitter and fucking Reddit. Okay, you got a large black bodybuilder, a good friend of mine who is known for his provocative posing and dressing up as a woman, Kai Green.
And citrus.
He's my friend. What the fuck, man? Now
I don't know the guy.
I can't send this to him. Now I was going to be like, Kai, I gave you some props. Now you're talking about his grapefruit pass. I see how it is. He's okay with it. It happened. It's sent pictures. Like
he laughs about it now. I've seen him.
Oh, yeah.
He makes jokes about it.
It was, dude, my penis isn't as big as his. I'm pretty jealous. No, I'm playing. No one's seen my penis. There's no verifying that. This is fact check. This is not verified. So you have Kai Green, you got fucking Dave Portnoy, a millionaire loudmouth fucking Bostonian who just talks shit
and
from
reviews
Barstool
pizza.
Sports and reviews pizza. You have, such an array to our group, the Hate to Haterocracy on Twitter with Malcolm Flex and basically us and a lot of black conservatives.
And the Iron Sheik.
The Iron Sheik. And a guy who still can't talk about kicking Hulk Hogan's ass 40 years after the fact. And guess what? Everybody's anti-establishment. Assuming that Biden got 80 million votes, and there's more of a chance of me having a bigger penis than Kai Green as Biden having 80 million votes. I'm just saying he didn't have 80 million votes. I doubt it.
We're getting the tape measure.
Yeah, for Biden's votes. But, okay. How many people are waking up that Biden is just an establishment crony? Elizabeth Warren came out and said that Biden should regulate the stock market. What is the stock market called? Can I ask you it's a blank market. We're a blank market economy.
Free trade?
Free! We're a free market economy, you dumb bitch! Elizabeth Warren, you fucking fake Indian! Nebetra's gonna fucking scalp your ass! God damn it. I fucking can't stand these people. Maybe, just maybe, hear me out. Maybe this is the time when this bipartisan, dude, I guarantee you Kai Green wasn't fucking wearing a MAGA hat. I guarantee you that half these motherfuckers, Rashida Tlaib, a fucking woman, sorry, I don't judge gender.
We don't assume.
A congresswoman who is anti-Semitic at the least is even speaking out against it. Donald J. Trump, did we finally find the fucking path to getting a non-establishment president? Because Trump was establishment. Or else he would have pardoned Assange, he would have pardoned Snowden. Trump is establishment as anybody. Maybe we get someone who's non-establishment. Maybe is Tulsi non-establishment? She's not really partisan. She's a Democrat, but half the shit.
She's still establishment.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's in the system.
I don't know. Maybe maybe someone like Elon Musk, maybe a Joe Rogan, maybe somebody.
Rogan doesn't want that smoke.
Rogan doesn't
want that. Rogan's very much enjoying his life on his ranch.
He's just rich as fuck.
Texas,
Yeah.
Going hunting, recording podcasts. Like, yeah,
What I'm saying is this when we finally wake up and say, wait a second, the system is obviously fucking rigged. They shut down fucking trading. That fucking C word, Janet Yellen went and called Robinhood and threatened them. There was a post I just read before we came on here on our group on Twitter where we share shit because they're on Twitter more than us.
Yeah.
And bro, literally this guy works at fucking at Robinhood. He's like, dude, we got calls from the fucking government. Like the US government. And what is that? That's called collusion. You can't shut down the market to fucking collude. This is going to be a epic class action suit. People don't understand the gravity of what's happening here by a couple bros on a fucking message board. This is a monetary civil war.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I'm not even partaking in it. I have friends, dude. We talked to our friend this morning. I'm not going to mention names. He made like fucking $30,000 on this shit.
Yeah.
Bro, that's insane.
Shit.
Granted, $30,000 to him is like you and I finding $1, but
however, that was just like a crapshoot.
Yeah, you take risks,
it was
right?
Kind of, yeah, no, I mean, he kind of bought some stock and then it shot up. Like it's not like he was expecting that.
Well, fuck, it did, and he just got the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, but Jesus.
I mean, smart play.
Jesus Christ, man. Like, I don't think anybody, even me, understands how fucking significant this is because a lot of people have woken up. The normies out there who are just sitting there like, oh, it's just nothing, Biden's good. Biden is a fucking swamp rat. Fuck that guy.
I mean, no matter what you think, Wall Street runs shit. Or they did before this. You know, they had a heavy hand and influence in the way things run in this country and in this world as far as trading goes.
Yeah,
as
but
far as
there's laws
goes.
Against collusion.
Right.
They're breaking laws, bro.
No, now they're breaking laws and now it's
in collusion with the federal government. That's scary.
That's scary.
That shows
very
you,
scary.
5-1 Biden got donations from Wall Street compared to Trump. He's the Wall Street president. He's for the people. Dude, that guy is the biggest sack of shit in the history of the world. That's why people got mad. People got mad at me voting for Trump because we both are outspoken at our dislike for Trump. I don't like Trump. I don't like the guy. I never did. But I voted for him. You know why? Because Biden is the one guy I just say that guy's fucking bad.
I mean, I very much hate Trump, but I also very much hate Biden.
It's a very, very hate-filled situation. See, I said I don't hate anybody. But then I just said I hate everybody. So back to the point, man. So another thing that we haven't covered is they came out with this. So when you go to president, they get your approval rating, Rasmussen, right away. Right away. I think Obama was at like 60. Trump was at like 55. This is before they even started, right?
Right.
Biden came in at 48%. Less than Trump, less than Biden. Same poll. Math. How the fuck did he get 80 million votes? I don't buy it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Honestly,
mathematically, it does not.
No, mathematically, it doesn't make sense. Do I think he won? Yeah.
I think he won.
Yeah.
But did he get 80 million votes?
I don't know. Then you still got people thinking like, it's not over. Trump's coming back. Like, the fuck are you talking
They're
about?
idiots. He's not coming back. Trump proved to be a simp. He's a fucking weak ass leader. Like, he's weak. Look, first thing Biden did when he came into office is got rid of everybody from Trump. Dude, fucking Trump still had Obama people in office. Trump's weak. He's a weak leader. You come in there, you fucking clean house, you fire people, and you fucking bring your people in. Instead, he's like, fucking what was Fauci doing there in the first place? That wasn't his guy. He's an established, Trump's anti-establishment. Explain Fauci. Can someone explain Fauci?
No.
Now they want us to wear fucking 3 masks. I only wear 1. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'd rather get COVID twice, syphilis, gonorrhea.
Masks would be a horrible name for a rapper.
That would be a good name, actually.
You've got 2 chains and 3 masks.
I think I should talk to Dre about that one as he brings me out like Eminem. I'm telling you, man.
You're the Eminem of the plant protein game.
Mm-hmm. That's me. That's me, dude. I came from a hood, too. I'm just like Eminem, other than the steroids. Put Eminem on steroids, you got me. But dude, think about it, bro. Think about what's fucking going on in this world. Like, think about it. Think about everything that's fucking crazy. Look at what's going on, dude. Biden played it right. He got rid of everybody. Trump did nothing. Trump came in, kept it. He's like, I'm going to drain the swamp. So what does he do? He keeps everyone in. Dude, Trump was just trying to do it for power, and now he's going to be even richer because he was the president. Now he's got this big grift going on as like this MAGA party.
I don't see that lasting long.
Oh, God.
I don't. I think it's a flash in the pan.
I don't even think it's a flash in the pan. I think it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
The Patriot Party,
No.
I literally started following them on Twitter just for the laughs. I'm like, bro, come on, Patriot Party. Here's what you got to do, GOP. It's pretty simple.
You bring back the powdered wigs.
Yes.
And you have a good time.
The wigs.
The wigs.
Here's the problem, though. The GOP is weak, you know, and there isn't a GOP. There's not Democrats. There's not Republicans. There's one party. I think we're figuring that out. But now you're starting to see some populists come through. Like Rashida Tlaib is like part of the new school. And I think she really doesn't like Jews, and that's fine. We can have differing opinions in the way. I
mean, I don't know if it's fine, but
I mean, she doesn't. It's not like I don't think she would like hate us. She won't be like, "Are you Jewish? Oh, I don't like you." But I don't think she typically likes the state of Israel, the country of Israel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't think she hates Jews. I don't think she thinks Jews are fucking cow killers or whatever they fucking call them. You know, it's like I think that she's just a woman. Like my mom served in the Israeli Defense Force, right? My mom hated Arabs. She hated them because she fought them all the time. We don't know her background, why she thinks like that, like, you know, why she has that bias or that prejudice. I'll tell you what, she's made a couple things. One is she was fighting for the civil rights against this whole like FBI being able to like basically a second Patriot Act. She's against that. She actually introduced a bill to fight that. And now she's against this bullshit going on with the Robinhood app. Tell you what, man, I wouldn't vote for her, but I am way more of a fan than her. And that's why I like being a nonpartisan, because I don't have to hate her because she's a Democrat. But and honestly, like, I'm not really that pro-Israel. I'm not. I don't live there. I want to cash in on my free trip you told me about, but
I think you aged out of that. It was like up to 32, and then you got to wait again when you're like 65.
I'm gonna just have to wait it out.
65, it comes back in.
Are you serious? They take like a 40 to 65 fucking break?
Yeah.
That's like those sushi places that close between like 2 and 4.
Yeah.
And that's like right when I'm hungry. It's like, fuck.
That's prime sushi time is between 2 and 4.
Yeah, and prime Israel time is now. I want to go see the fucking olive fucking trees.
I told you, I applied for my free trip for later this year.
How was the application process?
It was really easy. Honestly, it was just like, are you Jewish? Yes. How? My mom was Jewish. Okay. Like
both my parents are Jews.
Yeah, it's honestly, anyone could probably lie on there about the Judaism part. Like age, I'm sure they're going to check.
No, they check your dick, man. They're going to do it. They're going to do a circumcision check.
Twice, bro. Covered.
You'd be like,
covered.
Bro, I don't even have any skin. It's fucking scalped. It's like Nebetcher got a hold of it. Guys, Nebetcher, by the way, is one of our best athletes. His name is Hawk, Barbarian Hawk on Instagram, and he's very Native American. Like he's a chief. He's got like long hair, and he carries around a scalping knife. Just kidding. He does the scalping knife part.
Jesus, bro.
He's not Jesus. He's Nebetcher. He doesn't like it when you call him Nebetcher, so I need to stop that. Hawk. Yeah, he's the dude. I'm on here soon. He's been on here. He's been on the channel, of course, but not the GainzCast.
He's been on the channel. Yeah.
He was on the Olympia ones.
He was on the Olympia one. Yeah. On the recap where I was half asleep and people said I looked like I was about to cry.
Well, you probably were. I mean, Brandon lost. Yeah. He didn't lose. He just is waiting to win till next year.
Right. Correct. That's right.
Optimism.
Speaking of Brandon, we'll have him on next week.
Yeah. And you can address how you just insulted him.
Brandon?
Yeah. You said he lost. Shit. He didn't lose. He won at life. It's a fucking tough show.
He beat Phil.
That's winning. Because Phil's one of the probably arguably the greatest of all time, next to Ronnie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean him and Ron. If you're going by wins, it's Ronnie, Lee, Phil.
Yeah.
That you can't. That's a fucking great top 3.
Yeah.
And then
Arnold. Arnold's got 7 as well. He's tied with Phil.
Nah, fuck Arnold though.
He had no legs.
Yeah, no legs, and he's also like pro lockdown, and he's got those stupid fucking mini horses.
I love when the lockdown started. I loved Arnold chilling in his fucking jacuzzi, smoking a cigar.
He ran out of cigars.
Smoking a cigar, telling people to chill. Everything will be fine.
And everybody's running out of money.
Just stay home. It'll be okay. It's like, yeah, it's okay if you have, millions of dollars
and
acres of land
there's some
and a jacuzzi. Yeah. And like, speaking of jacuzzis,
there's some poor fucker in fucking New York who's sitting in his 500 square foot of fucking studio apartment. Like, fuck you. Like,
no,
fuck you. Dude, I went off at Arnold. I don't think he's going to let me at his show, which is good because it costs a lot of money to go there. But I went in on Arnold. I just went off one day. I'm like, you know what, Arnold? Fuck you, you fucking unempathetical fucking twat. And I'm like, yeah, I probably pushed it too. You know what? I get where he's coming from. Like, he's older and he's scared. And but I'm guessing he was paid. Like, his whole speech about I don't know, man. These people are all tied in. Big Hollywood, big beef, big sweet potato. Big sweet potato is a big fucking big pharma. Yeah.
I'm
Big B. Big B in the bar eating contest. He's a big man.
That bar eating contest is ridiculous.
You know what? We need to find anybody know a fucking eating challenge in Tennessee, man?
Yeah.
We've been trying to find one. We don't know since the lockdowns. Like, Eat Feats has some, but it's like we have to call and see, like,
they're a little outdated. Like, if you have a good one, let's roll with it. Like, just let us know.
We should just find some fat fucker and ask them out here.
Just slide in our DMs
on the IG, on the IG,
on the
Jizzy,
on the Jizzy.
Man,
yeah, yeah. Let us know. Mark will do the massive amount of food one, and I'll deal with some spice.
I'll fuck that. I'd rather have a sore stomach than a sore butthole. Man, I could put down some food, man. I've never met a challenge I can't beat.
If there is a Nashville hot chicken eating contest,
I saw one of those, but I don't. We have to call. We just have to call.
I'll make the call.
We have to call. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the world? What did I miss?
There's a jacuzzi for your balls.
Yeah. What is it?
It's a testicuzzi. Yeah. That was a topic in the gym.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
So it's something it has a place to rest your dick.
Yeah. It's got a pillow for your dick.
But why would you want to put your balls in water?
I don't know. You put your balls in some hot water.
And do you sit while you do it, or do you stand? Do you hold it? Do you put it on a table?
Choice. I think you just kind of steep it.
What benefit would that? Did it read the benefits?
I didn't read shit. I just saw a jacuzzi for your balls, and I was like, "This is hysterical."
Did you got an ad for that?
What? Yeah. There was an ad that popped up on Instagram or Facebook or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So you're next week we start training for the fight, though.
I'm looking forward to that.
So we have the Rumble in the Boro. It is on May 8th at Carbon Culture Murfreesboro. We're going to have special hotel rates and everything. Go to rumbleintheboro.com. That's rumbleintheboro.com. Main event will be, well, for now, we might get a better fight. It's the main event for time being until someone else challenges somebody. So it's going to be at least 1 minute. Well, we can have multiple main events.
Yeah.
The main event is Kenny KO, who's used to fighting people who've never fought before and physique athletes. Fighting, look, dude, I ain't gonna lie. Big Boy Cannon. If you guys haven't looked him up, his name is Big Boy Cannon on Instagram. Now, he's one of Mike's friends, which automatically, Mike only hangs out with people who can kill you. Every friend of Mike's, I feel safe. Like, Mike is like that boyfriend that you could walk down an alley with and you're not scared. That's how I feel with Mike. I'm like, I'm going to talk shit to everybody while I'm with this guy. But Mike is a killer, right? He's a fucking pro boxer.
Yeah.
He's a fucking man. So Cannon, one of his jobs, he's a bodyguard for pro boxers. So he protects fighters. So this guy is probably 6'1", 6'2". He's tall as Kenny. Kenny's a pretty tall guy. Okay. But he's like 250 and he can move. And we saw him strong as 5 plates for reps, like 495 for fucking reps. And deep. It wasn't a shitty rep. It was a fucking rep. Because I'm like, he's going to half rep this shit.
Like, it was a legit, it was ass to grass for sure.
I mean, and he knows how to fight. Yeah. Like, I asked Mike. I'm like, Mike, because Mike's not going to, Mike's a pro. He's not going to fight Kenny. It's just fucking stupid. It's punching down. I'm just being real. Like, Kenny would admit to that. That's why he punched high.
Yeah, but it's also, it's punching down for Mike in followers and skill level. Like, it just makes zero sense.
And he would kill Kenny. He'd be on murder charges. We don't have a ref.
Anytime someone says kill Kenny, I just think of South Park.
South Park, yeah. But I think, man, Kenny's better than I thought he was. Like, he's gotten a lot better since the first time I saw him, because we actually watched one of his fights on the flight home. But fuck, dude, Cannon, like what Mike said is Cannon's just a big, strong man. Yeah. Like if he lands a punch, holy fuck. Like I don't want to be hit.
It's going to be a sanctioned event, so by USA Boxing.
Not their fight.
There's his exhibition.
I'd like to have it sanctioned. I'd like to have it legit. Problem is, sanctioned amateur fight are 3 2-minute rounds.
We need to have that one a little longer.
Exhibition, we could do what the fuck we want.
True.
I want to go fucking 5 at least.
Okay.
I'll leave it up to them, but I want to go till someone. I want to go like old school where they just go till someone dies. They cut that out in the 30s, and I don't know why. But boxing used to be. They had one boxing match. It was like 200 rounds.
I remember that. I remember reading that.
Yeah, it was crazy. And the dudes,
ridiculous.
And that's how they used to do it. So they didn't, you had to knock the other guy out. There was no TKOs.
Yeah.
They didn't give a fuck about brain damage.
No.
And they just fucking went.
They didn't know about CTE and all that.
Yeah. So that's
the way main event. Oh, go on. That's the way boxing used to be.
Yeah, that's the way boxing, but yeah, go on.
Okay, no, so that's the main event, but it's going to be a huge, going to have amateur boxers coming from all over the country.
We actually just confirmed 3 fighters from Illinois.
Sweet.
They start camp on Monday. And so it's time to start that camp.
Yeah.
My coach wants to. So Julian is a coach over here at Music City Boxing. He's going to be helping Matt out. And I'm just going to be there to spar with Matt because he needs to have somebody who can hit him back. And I guarantee you I hit harder than the guy he's going to fight.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't bitch out.
You think he's going to bitch out?
I think.
What's his name?
His name is it Jaron Fit on IG.
So his last name is Fit?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah. He's one of those guys.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
I want to change my name to like Marc, like Testicuzzi. So I could be Italian.
So we went to Texas to film with Chris.
Yeah, Chris Jones.
Beast
Mode Jones. Yeah. You know who it is.
And we go out to dinner.
Sushi.
After. We go out for sushi
good
after.
Good sushi too. I just want to add narrative. Yeah. I just want to give him a picture. It was really good fucking sushi. Like good sushi. Like think about so I got the clean rolls. And Chris and Jaron got the not so clean rolls. But go on. I'm just going to jump in with visuals.
Right.
I want to help. It's a podcast. They don't have video. Not everybody has video.
Right. So we're sitting there. We bring up the event, and because we were talking about having an expo with everyone, our crew.
We call it a meet and greet with violence.
Yes, which is what we're doing. There will be booths. It'll be a huge thing.
Nudity.
Lots of strippers.
Yes.
But every dollar you throw goes towards St. Jude's.
Very nice. Very nice. We're going to help kids with cancer with titties. Titties for cancer.
Titties for children's breast cancer.
Nothing. Children's breast cancer. Yeah, you crossed the line.
Okay. So we were talking. I was like, yeah, and I'm going to take a fight. I've never fought before. I've never trained in boxing before.
But he does jujitsu.
Yeah.
Right, jujitsu?
Jujitsu.
It's because you're Jew.
Right.
And you jujitsu.
And this dude, Jaron, who's all of maybe 4'11"?
No, he's 5'5".
That's what he says.
But you're like 5'11", right?
He's 6'1" on Tinder.
Yeah.
Not on Tinder anymore.
No.
Not on Tinder anymore.
He's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So you know what I told her before you left the event?
She told me, yeah.
I said I thought he was gay. And then I just walked away. She looked at me like...
So we're sitting,
I whispered it in her.
I was like, what? You go, nothing, and you ran.
I went to the other room.
So we're sitting at the sushi, waiting for our sushi and telling them about this event. And this, I don't know, 4'11" kid.
5'5".
All right, fine. 5'3". We'll compromise.
5'3".
He goes, I'll fight you. It's like, oh, okay. Listen, I don't care if he's fought before. He told me I didn't have to cut weight, and I've got at least a 7-inch height advantage over him.
It's got to be 7, yeah, because I have about a 4-inch height advantage
yeah.
over him. Yeah.
It just seems like, I feel like a bully, but it seems like too good of a fight to pass up for me who hasn't been in a boxing ring before.
Yeah, he could have something, man. I've gotten hit a few times by some smaller dudes, but
I've seen him. He's got a couple boxing videos online.
Yeah,
0 pop. There's no pop. Nothing looks impressive at all.
Man, maybe he's just putting that out there to fool people.
It was from a little while back, so I don't know if he's trained. It's not a good look.
So looking at this from a training, I can only do so much. So we're enlisting. His name's Julian. He works at Music City Boxing in Nashville. And they're actually going to help me put on this event. They hooked up with, got the boxing ring, Music City Boxing. His name's Julian, right? And so Julian is about that big. He's probably like 5'7".
Okay.
But he's about 170, 175 pounds. If he can just give you some feedback on sparring, because sparring me is going to be different because, I'd have to hit, I'm assuming I'm going to hit harder than this guy.
Yeah.
Because I trained, sure. I've trained to fight. So like sparring me would be like, fighting up, I believe, because I'm a bigger, stronger guy with more experience. Yeah. But Julian, if he holds back and doesn't beat your ass because he's really good, he's a coach, he'd be the perfect like feedback. And he loves sparring too, so he'll get in there with you. And there's got to be so when you're planning for a fight, like when Jerry was getting ready for his fight, I sparred him because the guy who was fighting was more my size. When you're getting ready for a fight, you try and find people who are like the person you're fighting. So if you're fighting a southpaw, you find a lefty.
Right.
So that's what when I was
going to be sparring Thomas.
Yeah, you're sparring I would say spar Cammy, but that might not go well for you. So I think it's going to be a great event, and we're going to give a lot of boxing gyms have been training for a year straight, and they have no fights because of COVID. But we're going to have an outdoor event, unlimited capacity. We're going to have no masks, no nothing, because it's Tennessee and it's outdoors, and even if it was indoors, we'd make it work, and it's going to be awesome. And it's again, we're going to get stands, we're going to have food, we're going to have music, we're going to have so much awesome stuff. And again, it's for charity, and it's going to be a meet and greet. So far, we have Brandon and Mike this week. We're going to reach out to people. For sure, we have Fucking Nuts is coming there. I'm going to invite Buckeye over at Fit Butters. We'll have a lot of peanut butter, definitely. Who doesn't like peanut butter? Obviously, MTS Ambrosia 015.
Which means Outright Bars and Big O Bars will be there.
Yeah, so
more peanut butter
and a lot of planta. So it's going to be really an awesome event. We look forward to having it and having everybody there and just giving back to the community. And this won't be the only one. As soon as California opens up, going to throw a big event, Iron Addicts in Long Beach, California, CT's gym that went alongside him. So there's just a lot of cool things going on. But I really think that, for you, I mean, you could probably get in there and some knowledge and do pretty well and just brawl.
I mean, unless he backs out, which, I mean, I've got the trump card where he said, if someone challenges you, you can't back out.
Yeah, but dude, my sparring partner used to be like, he was 6 feet tall, 350 pounds, Jerry.
Yeah.
And again, like I got good enough where we can actually have some really good feedback, but getting hit by someone that much bigger than you.
Yeah.
And heavyweight, see, the problem is it can't be sanctioned because there's 10-pound leeway in USA boxing.
Yeah, no, it'd be an exhibition.
Which is fine. It's still a fight. Yeah. And again, if you guys, when it's exhibition, we can make up whatever rounds you want. So if they want 5 rounds would be a lot for both of you, but I don't think it'll go 5 rounds. I just don't. Even with headgear.
No.
I don't think it, and there's exhibitions, we can go without headgear. We can, but I'd rather use headgear just because of liability.
I mean, bottom line, my plan is knock the kid out.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much everybody's bottom line. That way you don't have to leave it up to judges.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a hell of a time. I'm looking forward to seeing you fight. I'm looking forward to actually getting back in the swing of things and doing some training.
And if he does back out and anyone else wants to fight, you can sign up at rumbleandtheboro.com. My name's still going to be in the hat if he does back.
Yeah, well, we're going to so basically how it goes, you get a list and you get weights and you get experience. So you have list, name, gender, because that matters. You have weight and fight experience. So you generally don't want someone with 20 fights to fight somebody on their second fight, on their first fight, unless they totally want to do it, right?
Yeah.
So the goal is to make the fights fair as far as experience, weight. And again, USA Boxing will take care of that. So the thing about being USA Boxing is you have to they send their judges, their referee, and their doctor. And you pay a shitload. So that's kind of how it works. So we're on board with that. So that's what's going on here, guys. So we'll have some more guests on here. We just had a lot to go over today.
For sure.
Keep this thing rolling, and won't have any more sabbaticals like that. It was just a really heavy travel time at the beginning of the year. A lot of deals, a huge meeting coming up next week on Friday, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. It rhymes with Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that. I'm not very good. But yeah, hopefully by the end of the year, we get some presents with Outright and Walmart. Working on it. And then we can figure out how the fuck we're going to afford to fill that first PO. I might have to be turning tricks and doing OnlyFans. If you see an OnlyFans page, it's because I got to figure out how to fill that.
And if it's Marc Lobliner.
That looks just like you, not me. That's my cousin. Your cousin's black. Oh, shit. So my cousin's name is Aaron Lobliner. My brother's name is Aaron Lobliner. And they look similar, except one, they have very similar facial structures. Okay. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. You could see a little bit, not much. Like, even though they're from different, they just like, but yeah, if you know their names, like, I can see that. But one's fat and black and one's like lean and white. It's we have the weirdest family tree. Like,
did you meet up with any of your family?
I didn't have time, man. Okay. I didn't even have a car. I drove with Sean.
Oh, okay.
So I got it. Yeah, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna try and make it.
You were roughing it in his Tesla.
Yeah, it was tough. You didn't take the Ferrari this week. I was pretty disappointed in that. Although I didn't ride in Mike's Rolls either. I was stuck in the fucking Tesla. I'm like, kind of fucking life is this? Like, I didn't sign up for this peasantry shit. Like, what is this? It's crazy. No, I don't got it like that, man. I like going to California. I get to feel like I'm fucking royalty. Then I come here and I'm just back to being a peasant. Nah, I mean, we live a simple life. We have a good life. Very simple. We're a little bit different. But there's nothing wrong with that. But no. I just don't, I don't have cars and shit. I have a good car. Yeah. It gets me. It's newer. The one's really new, but it's not a Rolls Royce. I love it though. It looks kind of dope. Like, I can see why people buy those cars. Like,
if you have like, yeah. If you're into cars like that, sure.
Everybody's got to be into a Rolls though. It's dope. It's got the fucking.
Here's my problem with Rolls. I would never want to drive it. It's the kind of car I'd want to be driven around in.
Well, yeah, you're right. Like driving Miss Daisy and shit.
Yeah. It's like one of those cars where it's like, I'm hiring a driver to drive me around in.
A dude named Jeeves. Yes. Dude named Jeeves. Yeah, but anyway, so we'll be back next time. Again, be sure to, spread the word on the GainzCast. It's a pretty cool show. We're available on Shopify. Fucking life. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, basically Google Play, all those things. We'll also be on YouTube at the GainzCast. It's always GainzCast wherever you go. Just type in GainzCast. They'll find us. GainzCast. Type it in. Again, we'll be having more guests this year once we get them all lined up. We appreciate you guys listening, man. See you next time.